What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CFE podcast. Beck, it has been a while since we've gotten to sit down and chat about some college football, and so I'm pumped that we're back and getting to chat what's happened in the playoffs so far, what's going to happen this upcoming weekend, some bowl games tomorrow, and a little Nebraska talk. So the let's just dive in for the first round of the playoffs. So, Beck, why don't you walk us through what you saw the first round of the playoff?
Yeah. And I can start us out with the first one, Alabama at Oklahoma, a game that I was driving for most of the game, so I didn't so I had to watch it back. But from watching it back and getting score updates, basically the first half went exactly as I thought. Oklahoma just dominating Alabama. And then the black sweatshirt took over and DeBoer magic just wills away for Alabama to go and win that game. I still don't understand how exactly, but really impressive that they score 34 points with 260 total yards.
It was a crazy game. I just cannot believe they came back from 17 down.
By halftime, basically.
I know.
Yeah, because it was 17-0 at half.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. I am happy that Oklahoma made the playoff, though. It was cool to see.
They deserved it. And if they had any run game at all, they would have probably easily won that game and been a real threat versus Indiana. But
yep,
that's why they're the 8 seed. They can't run the ball other than John Mateer. So
yep, absolutely. The absolute barn burner of Miami A&M. I got to watch most of this game, and I really thought A&M was going to win this game. It was, you had texted me about it, and you're like, it honestly wasn't even like a great defensive game. It was just really sloppy offense and special teams. And yeah, looking back on it now, it was just a really bad game altogether by both offenses. And the defenses did what they needed to do against a bad offense to win. So, yeah, really did not see Miami winning this game, but they did, and now I'm cheering for the Buckeyes tomorrow.
Do that. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a little sloppy when I saw how windy it was when the game started, but the thing that really impressed me was how well Miami stopped A&M's run game.
Mm-hmm.
What they held them to 89 rushing yards, whereas Fletcher alone for Miami had 172.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would not have expected with A&M having 2 good running backs plus a running quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the difference in the game, even though Miami missed 3 field goals and A&M missed 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
and Marcel Reed just did not have a great game.
yeah, which it's hard with those wins, but still.
Yep.
You got to do better than that.
Yeah. And then the Oregon Ole Miss games, just I didn't think Ole Miss would win by that much. I thought they would win, but I didn't think they would win by that much. And then, like, Oregon won pretty handedly. Like, it was never close, but JMU did score some points, which was cool to see. So, but I'm hyped for the Oregon Texas Tech game on Thursday. I think that may be the playoff game that I'm looking forward to the most, like in all of the in the whole playoff.
Definitely going to tell me the most about the teams playing in it, probably. But yeah, Tulane put up a fight. They were in Old Miss territory on all their first three drives. Just a pick and then turnover on downs on the first two, and only a field goal on the third.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of did them in.
Yep.
And then, yeah, James Madison put up some points. I mean, they put up what, 500 yards?
It was something
But
like, yeah.
But when Oregon scored, what was it, 34 in the first half, and basically all of those drives were under 5 plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could have scored 90 if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They just put in the backups for the second half and let James Madison have some fun.
Yeah, Oregon was cooking. It was
I
really
will
good.
say, I still like the James Madison quarterback.
He was good. He was really good.
He'll be an interesting portal guy.
I'm wondering if he'll go to UCLA or if Nico's going to stay at UCLA or leave.
Nico said he's staying. Otherwise, I think he would go there.
Yeah.
So,
That'll be cool that Nico stays at UCLA.
interesting what the new coach can do with him.
Mm-hmm. Also, Beck, tickets as low as $33 for Miami, Ohio State tomorrow.
We could find, I mean, tickets as low as $40 for Oregon at
I know.
Thursday.
I'm very surprised by that, actually.
I'm less so for the Orange Bowl because Oregon is on the other side of the country of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised at how low that is for Ohio State Miami though, because Ohio State basically lives in Texas for the playoffs nowadays. So
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
no shocker that the Indiana game sold out though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be insane. So who are you predicting for the games this weekend for the playoffs?
Great question. I think this is the best round we've had so far for this expanded playoffs, and maybe any playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not true. We've had some good semis before, like
Yep.
like the Washington. Oh, what was that year? I'm thinking of the. It was
Oh,
Washington,
Washington.
Texas, Alabama, and Michigan. Those two games were incredible.
Yeah.
But other than that, this slate might even top that.
Yeah.
So, to start to answer your question, for the first one, I have to lean Ohio State, but I feel more confident in Ohio State than I did A&M. But I still have the same trepidation in
Mm-hmm.
that Miami defensive line can
Yep.
just win a football game.
Yep.
But I don't know. I still have no belief in Carson Beck, so that's why I would be surprised at least if Miami can win this,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's a big mess up by Julian Sayin and he just has a terrible game.
Yep.
But I feel decently confident in Ohio State the more I talk through it.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think it'll be low scoring. Not as low scoring as A&M Miami. I'm thinking more around like the 23-17 range. Ohio State. Yeah, that's what I think. I think Ohio State wins 23-17. But yeah, the Miami defensive line is insane. Miami's offense has some bright spots, but Carson Beck just does not play very well, unfortunately. Um, And so I trust Ohio State just a little more because they've been in the spot a lot more than Miami has. So I'm going to take Ohio State.
Yeah, I think the score is going to be pretty similar to the Ohio State-Texas game last year, which ended up 28-14. So I think it's going to be close the whole game, but I think Ohio State pulls away late.
Yep. Oregon Tech. Who you got there, Beck?
Like you said, I think this is maybe the best game of the entire playoffs. Granted,
Yep.
I think the nightcap could also be up there based on how the first matchup went there. But this Tech and Oregon comes down to, is Tech a victim of, or is Tech bloated due to their bad schedule playing in the Big 12, or are they that good? I think they are that good. But I'm going to have to lean quarterback, which I hate doing because I feel I like going with team. But I think these teams are close enough. I have to lean quarterback. And as I was saying to you before this, I think Dante Moore is the number 1 overall pick in the draft this year. So if I think that, I think Oregon's going to win. But it's going to be a great football game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go Oregon too. And I think it's going to be a really good duel. I think it's going to be a lot of blow for blows. But I do think Oregon sneaks it out in the end.
I think if Tech wins it, it's going to be because of that front seven. Because not just Rodriguez. Yeah, I mean, I got to see them live, and those linebackers are insane. I mean, it wasn't even Rodriguez; it was his partner in the Big 12 title game who had 2 picks. And then they have probably them and Miami have the 2 best D lines, I think, in the country.
Yeah.
Especially with Indiana losing their best defensive lineman at the end of the Big title game. So, yeah, if Tech wins it, that's going to be why. So, which I think is definitely possible. But I think Tech needs at least 2, probably 3 turnovers to win this game.
For sure. Yeah. All right. I'm making a bold prediction. I think Indiana wins by 14 or more against Bama.
In a monsoon? It's being predicted. It's supposed to rain. Let me see if that's changed.
I didn't know that.
But earlier this week, and if it is a monsoon, I agree with you even more. Even though it keeps scaring me that, yeah, it's supposed to start raining tomorrow and basically rain till kickoff in Pasadena. But it might break just in time to give everyone the setting sun on top of the stadium. So that's all we really care about.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Indiana by 14.
Yeah. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I can trust Indiana yet. And I know I should.
Also,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Illinois just won. Walk-off field goal.
Wheel them a ball right there. Let the other team score a 96-yard kickoff, and then just so you have the ball last. All in the plan.
Good for Illinois. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That was worth it. Yeah, I think it scares me that Alabama is getting healthy. They get Jan Miller supposed to play in this game, so they might actually have a run game. Which I think when he got injured is when they started losing, if I remember right. Plus, I think also
they have Jan Miller.
What was that?
For their sake, I hope they have Jam Miller because
Yeah,
Indiana's real.
it'll make the game a lot better. Otherwise, I think Indiana just pins their ears back and just destroys Ty Simpson.
Yep.
But I think Bernard is even more healthy. Ryan Williams is a complete joker. He could either be the best player on the field or a complete nobody.
Yep.
I wish that kid was actually consistent because when he's good, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he can't catch the ball sometimes.
Yeah. It happens. A little sophomore slump.
Mm-hmm. It's the CFB 26 curse.
Mm,
Happened to Dylan Edwards the year before,
it's true.
but
Very true.
I could see Ty Simpson and Jan Miller going off on this game, and Alabama wins this like 17-16 or something stupid like that.
Yep.
But I still have a hard time seeing Indiana win a national title, even
Mm-hmm.
though I'm starting to want it to happen, just because Indiana, even if they could be terrible another 90 years, but they won a national title,
Yep.
which would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
I think it's close. I don't think it's 14. I think Indiana single digits.
Okay.
Not necessarily one score, but single digits.
Yeah. I do want Indiana to win.
I definitely want them to win this game,
Mm-hmm.
but only team I would want to win over them is Tech.
Not Oregon.
I'd probably still cheer for Indiana.
Mm.
I like, but I'd like. Granted, has Oregon's never won a natty, have they?
It's what the O is on their field.
Uh huh. Either way, I'd be happy because we get a possible new national champion in the final that way.
Yep. Absolutely.
Just as long as Bama loses.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, I think Georgia sneaks it out barely against Ole Miss.
I think Georgia wins by double digits, and I think
Oh,
Georgia is currently my favorite to win the NAC.
Georgia is also my favorite to win the title, but
I
I
don't
do.
want them to, but they turned a corner the last few weeks, and I
Mhm.
don't think them murdering Alabama is a fluke.
No, I don't think so either. I do think Ole Miss is a better team than Alabama, though.
I agree, and I think if Lane Kiffin was still the coach, more so just the coherency and consistency of having your coaching staffs all together,
Hmm.
I think Ole Miss might win this game.
Hmm.
I think having your OC ready to leave, half your staff looking to go to Louisiana, not having your coach who coached you all season, I think that's just enough
Yep.
that Georgia wins by double digits.
Okay. And we're kind of reversed a little bit.
We are. This is the most we've disagreed, I think,
I think
in a
so.
while.
I think so. Um, yeah. Well, I'm super excited for the games this weekend for the playoff. Um, so before we hop into the bowl, the other two bowl games we wanted to talk about,
Mhm.
I have a hot take.
Oh,
I enjoy the regular season of college football far and above the playoffs.
1,000%.
Okay, good. We're on the same page.
Like these next 2 days are fun. Like I always love New Year's Eve, New Year's Day,
Yep.
because these are the fun bowl games.
Yep.
And I love having random bowl games on 1 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing like getting up at 9:30, getting some things done in the morning, and then just enjoying football 11 to 11 on the Saturday
Yep.
afternoon.
Yep. I think I like the consistency of the regular season more.
Yeah, you can kind of prepare. Like,
Mm.
I'm like, oh, Miami, Ohio State play tomorrow? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, I'm thinking not about my team, Nebraska, playing tomorrow. I'm like, oh, Nebraska plays tomorrow? Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's not. It's not. Oh, who's our next game? Okay, we play Saturday. Okay, let's go.
Yep. For sure. So yeah, that was my hot take. I'm glad we agree.
Yeah.
Also, one other thing interesting of note: how did Northwestern hire Chip Kelly?
Kelly's fall from grace plus Big Ten money because Northwestern's clearly not spending it on their head coach. They're not
Mm,
spending it a ton on their roster. So I
mm,
guess they're going to spend it on an offensive coordinator. That's my
I guess
theory, at
so.
least. Granted, I think I was telling you my theory on why Ohio State got good. Or have I told you my theory on why Ohio State got good in the playoffs last year?
No.
I think it's because Ryan Day took over the play calling instead of Chip Kelly.
Mm,
And that's why they actually got good.
could be.
So I I will be so fascinated to see how he works at Northwestern. I think it could be really, really good just to have someone of that pedigree,
Mm-hmm.
or it could be Luke Fickell's first few years at Wisconsin trying to do something completely that a team should never be doing.
Do you think maybe Heartline took over play calling?
Oh, I think it was Ryan Day.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Hartline was even calling the plays this year. I think he
Mm,
might have for a little bit, but I think when it came down to big calls, I think Ryan Day was saying we're doing this
yeah, probably.
because he's still an offensive mind, and I still think Hartline's just a recruiter. I don't know how well he'll do as a head coach.
I hope he does well.
I think it'll be very interesting to watch.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
he's got a good OC with him now because he's got Tim Beck, right?
I think so.
So, I mean, we know Tim Beck pretty well. He's a good coach. So,
He's a good coach.
I'll have
Absolutely.
someone do that and just recruit a bunch of 5 stars out of Florida, and he'll be good.
Yeah, for real. Um, cool. Okay. Well, possibly, in my personal opinion, the bowl game, besides the Nebraska game, the bowl
Mm.
game I'm looking forward to most out of the whole bowl game slate is Iowa Vanderbilt.
Wow.
Could not be two opposite teams going at each other.
Yes and no. Vandy will also wants to play close to the best, I think. But
Well, I just mean like Iowa is so not flashy and Pavia is very flashy.
that's true. So much so that he made the entirety of college football hate him after the Heisman.
Yes. So I think this is going to be a very interesting game. And I think Iowa is going to pull Vanderbilt into their game of football. And I'm going to take Iowa to win.
See,
I don't think
I think this
it's
is the.
one of my bowl picks, but I'm going to take Iowa.
Mhm. See, I think this is the best Iowa team since they win 11-1 and almost win the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Iowa wins this by double digits.
Double digits. Wow. That'd be
I think
crazy.
I think all Pavi has been doing since the Heisman is drinking his sorrows away and whining and complaining. So
I
yeah,
think
I
yeah.
I think Iowa absolutely obliterates Vandy, which is a good line of scrimmage team. I think they get obliterated on the line, both lines of scrimmage. I think Iowa wins this way more. Just like how Bielema always drags these SEC teams into a dogfight and finds a way to beat them in the postseason. Ferentz does the same thing.
Iowa I think Iowa wins on a last second field goal.
I think it's comfortable. I think it's 27-17.
Okay.
I think they hold Pavi under 300.
Yeah. All right. Michigan, Texas. I think Texas wins comfortably. I don't know how much up and at 'em Michigan's going to have to them.
Depends on how their meetings with Whittingham have been going and if he's got them pumped or not. But
Mm-hmm.
two interesting quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Wisner's playing or not for Texas.
Do you think
Could make a difference.
Underwood hits the portal?
No. Based on what I've heard, no.
Mm-hmm.
I think he still could. Sounds like he likes Whittingham.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he could stick around. Plus, I don't think the paycheck's hurting at all.
True.
Because I don't think that's going to change. So yeah, I think he ends up sticking around. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, I think Texas.
I just didn't know if we could lure him away.
Us? No. We had a top 5 quarterback payroll, and we still were tripled by Michigan. So I don't think we have those pockets. Not yet.
Yeah,
We don't
absolutely.
have those. We don't have those lawyer pockets that Michigan does.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Texas wins pretty comfortably. I'd say about like 10. And I think it'll be semi low scoring, like a 31-21 type of game.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm thinking like 27-20, 27-21, kind of in there.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Texas in control the whole time though.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. So okay. Well, unless you have any other final thoughts, Beck, we can switch it over to a little Nebraska talk.
Yeah, I guess we can. I can insert a little hot take of my own here, real quick.
I'd love to hear it.
In that this year was the perfect year, and should have been that a defensive player wins the Heisman because Mendoza should not have. Because all the committee watched was the Big Ten title game, and they just decided
Yep.
that they would make their choice based off that game.
Yep.
I think Rodriguez should have won it with his insane stat line. But I even think we both agree that Pavia should have was the best quarterback in the country if they really wanted to do that. So
Yep.
I guess that would be my hot take at least.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that is a fair hot take. I don't know if I agree with you that he maybe should have won it, but he definitely should have been in New York and definitely top 3. And I think that I think if Mendoza did have a Heisman moment, it was what was it, the first or second play when he got absolutely obliterated, and then Yeah, and then came right back in. I think that was his Heisman moment.
I would agree. But, I mean, let me just read you these stats for Rodriguez 117 tackles, 1 sack, 6 pass deflections, 4 picks, 7 forced fumbles, 2 recoveries.
It's a good stat line.
And now, if you give me a sec, I'll
think
read you Caleb Downs here.
Go ahead.
So, the consensus best defensive player in the country is not Rodriguez. All Downs did was 60 tackles, 1 sack, 2 picks, 0 forced fumbles. Rodriguez doubled almost every stat.
Yep. Yeah, I think the only thing that maybe would have kept him from getting the recognition that he should have gotten was maybe a few more sacks would have helped him out.
Maybe, but I don't know the last time I've seen 7 forced fumbles on a stat line either. So
That's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
yeah, and I saw one right in front of my eye at K-State, and I hadn't seen that outside of some back in the day Vikings and Lions defenses playing in the NFC. Would punch the crap out of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's my take. I think it should have been Rodriguez, but I think Mendoza's was at best the 4th best player in the country this year. But
yeah,
won it because of the good Indiana story, which is fair.
Yep, I agree for sure. Okay. Beck, I got to come clean. I think we lose 38-17 tomorrow.
So you're betting Utah get covers, huh?
I am.
You don't think the 14's a little steep?
No. Just
even without their two starting NFL first rounds tackles and their starting defensive end who's also a first rounder.
Yep.
That are all sitting out.
Yep. I love Nebraska so much. This just has blowout written all over it to me.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think this can turn into Utah, Kansas State, where they gave up like 500 yards rushing.
If we had Emmett Johnson, I would feel so much better about our chances.
Oh, if we had Emmett Johnson's breaking every bowl record known to man.
So I'm really sad about it.
But even without Emmett, like Joe Jackson for K-State had 300 rushing yards versus Utah. You can't tell me that Mekhi Nelson can't do the exact same. Because that's not a great Kansas State offensive line either.
I know.
And Rule says TJ is fully ready to go.
Yeah.
Now, do we believe him? Do we think TJ is going to be able to run all over the place? That determines whether or not I think we can win this game. I think TJ needs about at least 75 rushing yards to win this game.
Yeah. We are going to have to play to our absolute best if we're going to win this game.
Yeah. We win this game if all the talk through this last month has been true. If the D line has taken 3 steps forward, like with the better coaching.
Yep.
And if the running backs can show out.
Yep.
I am the main thing I want to see is how we use the wide receivers. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how we got obliterated the last few games. Is our wide receivers disappeared off the face of the planet.
Yep. I'm a little
Uh,
nervous about the O line.
Rocco's out.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
Mac has a cast on his hand.
Still
And so
starting.
the right guard position's a little iffy.
Well, we're just gonna roll out to the left every time.
Oh man. I'm nervous for this game, man. I'm really nervous. I'm so curious to see what the defense is gonna look like too. But
The only thing that gives me hope is no one thought we were beating Georgia in like what was that game 2012 with
2013,
the 2012 season 2013 bowl game.
yeah.
Yeah, when we had our Quincy Enunwa
No,
99 play for
that would have been
touchdown.
2013 season, 2014 bowl game.
Yes, yes, yes. But no one thought we were beating Georgia in that game, and we did
Mm-hmm.
because Georgia didn't care as much as we did, and our guys wanted to finish out because I think that was the end of that wide receiving core's journey, if I remember right.
Of and then one Kenny Bell and stuff like that.
And Turner, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there's a world where it's a close game for sure. But I'm trying to have low expectations that we're gonna lose.
yeah, I think it's possible. I think we need 200 rushing yards and 2 turnovers on defense. Kind of like what game was I talking about earlier? The Texas Tech game, where
Yep.
they're not favored, but they can win.
Yep.
I don't think it's not as close as that game, but
Hmm.
I think we have a shot because we're motivated, and that's
Yeah,
why.
no,
They-
I don't question our motivation. I'm just I don't know about I'm not confident enough in the defense yet, but I do think the coaching change will definitely bring out a different kind of effort within the defense. So I'm curious to see how that gets us there, like what that will do, like playing wise.
Mhm.
So, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a fun game though. I'm excited for it, obviously.
I
This is
think
our
this
last.
could. I think this could turn into like both teams in the mid 30s
I
very
would,
easily.
I would love that.
So I just want to see our offense fly,
I do
and I think
too.
they could because this Utah defense has given up yards, especially at the end of the season.
Hmm.
So
I wish Emmett was playing, bro.
I wish Emmett just would never leave, but man's got to go start for
I'm
the New Orleans Saints next year. So
I'm just so sad that we only got one full year of Emmett Johnson. Beck, you would, oh man, we would have had him starting.
freshman year,
We would have had him starting Rule's first year for sure.
hmm last year made 0 sense
Hmm.
other than we paid Dowdell too much money.
Yep. Sad. Sad he's leaving.
Yep, would have had a chance to break all the records.
Do you think we get a portal running back too?
I do.
I
I
think
think
so.
that's more a priority than a quarterback, honestly.
I think the lines are more a priority than both.
Well, yes.
But honestly, secondary wise, though, I don't think we'll add anybody there.
I think we'll add at least one to replace Hartzog. But other than that, I think we're pretty for either Hartzog or we get a Sierra replacement.
Mhm.
Because I think we need another. I'm not in love with our backup corners yet, but maybe give them the offseason and they'll be ready to go.
Yeah. I'm very also Rule keeps really hyping me up with this Rob Orich hire. I'm
Yeah.
very curious about the defense for next year.
I think the system change is the key, and I think it can be the difference.
Yeah.
Getting
I
a four-man front will be massive.
a true four-man front is awesome.
We
So
might finally be able to recognize Cam Lenhart on the roster again.
So I was looking at our schedule for next year though. Oh my gosh.
Now that's a next week.
Yeah, it is. That's a next week conversation. So awesome. Well, Beck, any final thoughts before we head out?
I guess we should finish with, since we are talking Nebraska, we should bring up the elephant in the room on Dylan Raiola hitting the portal.
Mm-hmm.
And what are your thoughts about that? And are you ready to sell your Nebraska gear because of that? Like half the fandom feels like they are.
Okay. Here's my take on it. One, I was surprised. I thought he was going to come out and be like, why does everybody always think I'm leaving? I'm here forever.
Mm-hmm.
That did not happen. His choice, I hold nothing against him. I'm honestly not too torn up about it. It seemed like it was a pretty like almost mutual parting ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I want guys that want to be here. And yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm really not too torn up about it, honestly. I'm just curious to see who we go and get. If they want to take a risk on TJ and develop him and have him be the starter, that's cool. Yeah, I want guys that want to be here. So yeah, that's my thoughts. How about your thoughts?
I wish we would, or at least hope we're aiming higher in the portal than the rumors currently are.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm I don't know if TJ is much worse than freshman Adrian. And if you spend that 2.5 million, that indifference of what we were spending on Dylan compared to TJ on an offensive line and a running back, and you bring back Hunter and Barney next year, pretty good offense. So
Yeah,
I think a mobile quarterback will make all the difference in the world for us.
they're just the quarterback room is just such an interesting conversation right now because you've got TJ who has flashed, and
And that's
then
it.
you have Trey Taylor coming in 27, who's
Who's
a highly
might be a
sought
5-star by the yeah.
exactly. So it just depends. Do you want to get a senior from the portal for a plug and play 1 year kind of guy and let TJ have another year of development? Or do you want to just roll with TJ? Either way, we have to add somebody from the portal because is Davila leaving?
Yes. So we have we have one total quarterback on the roster. So we need two guys minimum.
Yes. So we'll have because Jalen's leaving, and then I think both of the walk-ons are graduating, or at least one of them
Well,
is.
Well, sounds like Gramstad's already got a job on the coaching staff, so I don't know if he's technically leaving, but
Oh, okay. Well, he will not be able to play.
correct.
So, yeah. So we definitely have to get someone from the portal. But will it be a starter? That's the question.
Or just someone to compete, which I could
Yep.
see. I think we end up with. So I guess what do you consider? The big rumor is Childs from Michigan State. Would you consider that a starter or competition for TJ?
Starter,
Because I
because
feel
I think he's going to ask for starter money.
I think he can ask for whatever he wants, and we can pay him whatever he wants. But I still think that's competition. He
I
might end up leaving after spring if he loses the job, but
I would be
no, there
fine.
is no spring.
I'd be fine with Childs coming. Um, he wouldn't be my number one pick. So, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't. We need to see who actually hops into the portal because Sorsby ain't coming here. Sam Levitt's not coming here. So, yeah, we just need to see.
Maybe
What'd you say?
North Texas guy, Mestamaker, maybe the North Texas guy.
Oh, that would be
But
sick. I would love Mestamaker here.
sounds like he might be following his coach in Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like Hoover's going to Indiana. Sounds like Lagway's going to Baylor.
Oh,
We
Hoover
could
to
go out.
Indiana. Interesting.
Yeah, he's he's. I mean, I would want Rocco back if we
That
could
would be
somehow
nice.
stop him from going to Penn State.
Rocco Becht would be awesome.
I want Rocco back or Bo Prabula, the
Mm,
Missouri guy.
yep.
I think Prabula would be insane under a Holgerson offense.
He would be good.
So
Yeah, I'm
those would
curious.
be my current guys, but
For sure.
we'll see.
Absolutely. Any other thoughts on that?
Oh, portal opens in 4 days, and it's going to be insane.
Bro, I just wish there was a May portal.
Uh, I'm glad there isn't, so that coaches can actually coach players in spring. Or do you mean that's the only portal
No,
in
that's
May?
the only portal.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I think that should be a thing.
Yep. Only portal is May.
And then Lane Kiffin would still be coaching at Old Miss if that was true,
Yep.
which
I
is
think
what should be happening.
all coaches and players should have to finish out the academic calendar at their school.
I think that'd be very hard for coaches, but I think players definitely.
Yep.
I wouldn't be mad if you still allowed coaches to move. So then they can
Yeah.
actually coach the new roster and
Co-
not just walk in and be like, I'm gonna
yeah.
cut all you guys
Yes, I
and get
agree.
the spring with them.
Coaches leaving would be fine. Players need to stay.
But coaches can't leave until after the national championship.
Yep. I agree.
Both assistants and head.
Yes, I agree. We're just solving all the problems, Beck.
I'm telling you, I think all the problems in college football could be solved with 12 important people in a room for a week. I think it could all be solved. I don't think
Me,
it's that hard. They just
you,
need to do it.
Josh Pate.
Just
We could
probably
solve it.
not the actual playoff committee because they tend to make bad decisions.
Yes. I think they got this year right, though. Actually.
I think the right teams are in.
Yep. I agree.
I think they handled it poorly, but
Yes, they handled it poorly, but the right teams are in.
agreed. Granted, I do well based on the format. Notre Dame was better than James Madison, but
No, yes, obviously.
if they counted as the ACC champ or something like that, but
yeah, for sure. So, all right, Beck. Well, this has been super fun, and hopefully we can chat next week.
yeah, definitely get our review of the quarterfinals and ready for the semis and the natty.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
hopefully we actually get some great football this time.
I hope so. Should be good. So, all right, everybody. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week. GBR.
GBR.